Welcome to 3.2, Spot the Errors, the second lesson in our stats unit. One really good skill to have is being able to identify errors in work. And when we look at statistics, this is a really good unit to kind of test that ability. In statistics, it's very easy to make a simple mathematical error. Now, of course, a mathematical error is something as basic as adding 3 when you should add it 4, missing a number, a variety of things. So in mean median mode, one small error may not be noticed. If you're adding 15 numbers together, you may have forgotten one, you may have doubled one up. Very easy to make a very basic error. Checking your work for accuracy becomes very important. In fact, when you do your stats unit, you should always be double checking your work. It's fairly basic math, adding, subtracting, addition, division. But these little errors can cost you lots and lots of marks. So let's look at a spot the errors question. Question number 1. Find and correct the error made when calculating the mean median mode for the following data set. You might recognize this data set as it was taken directly from your lesson on mean median mode. So we look at the mean. Now, in this question, it doesn't tell us how many errors were made. So just because we find one, we do have to continue. There may be more than one error. So let's look at the mean. We're taking 51, 47, 32, 40, 65, and 78. We're going to add them up to get 225 and divide by 4 to get 56.24. So first thing we do is look what possible errors could we have. Well, clearly the addition might be an error, the division by 4 might be an error, or our final answer might be the error. So let's take a look, pull out our calculator, and when we add these numbers up, we actually find that we have got 313. So the first error, and I'll just slide down here, first error is the addition equals 313. This person has the addition equaling 225. So error number 1. Well spotted. The next one we see is that we are dividing by 4. Well, we know with a mean, we have to divide by the number of values that we have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we shouldn't be dividing by 4, rather we should divide by 6. So the second error is divide by 6. Once we've spotted the error with the mean, let's go and correct it like the question asks. So if I was to add these numbers up, I would actually get 313. I would divide this by 6. And that'll give me an answer of 52.166 and so on. I'm going to round all my answers to 2 decimal places. So this will give me 52.17. And we've found the errors for the mean. I'll check that off to make sure that I don't go back to it. Second part is the median. So in the median, what we have to do is put the numbers in order from smallest to largest. That might be an error. And then we have to find the middle number. So when you look at the work this person did, they've got the numbers in the same order that they were in the question. So they are not in ascending or descending order. So the third error that we found is not in order. Once they put them in order, we can see that we have an even number of values. There's 6 of them. And if you remember from our last lesson, if you have an even number of values for a median, you're going to take the middle 2, add them up and divide by 2. Your median should be a single number. This person has said there are 2 possible medians. So there's error number 4. 2 medians. And we know that's impossible. So let's correct the error. First of all, we're going to put them in order. So I've got 32, I've got 40, I've got 47, 51, 65, and 78. So now I look at the middle number. There are 6 values, so my median is going to be in between value 3 and 4. I'm going to take these two numbers, add them together. 47 and 51 gives me 98. I'm going to divide that by 2, and my median is going to be 49. So I am down to one number, and it was done properly because I have to put them in order. Check off the median because I'm now done. Finally, let's look at the mode. They've listed the numbers that they see in the same order as in the question, and they say the mode is 0. Well, we remember from our previous lesson that the mode is the one that appears most common. What this person is telling me here is that the number or the place value of 0 appears most often. If I look at my data set, 0 isn't even in it, so I can't use 0. What we do here, if we see each number appearing the same amount of times, is we say there is no mode. So our fifth error, 0 not in dataset. So what we say here is that there is no mode for a correction. If we wanted to, we could list all 6 numbers, but that's quite a bit. So we'll just simply say no mode. Check that off. I have found 5 errors in this particular student's work. First, their addition was wrong. They were dividing by the wrong number. They did not put the numbers in order for the median, and you can't have 2 medians. And finally, they had 0 as their mode. I've made the correct corrections, the addition, division, order, finally one median, and no mode. We can now turn to our workbook, and we can do spot the error questions, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are all based off of last lesson's work.